Hey guys, so apparently 4chan has discovered the identity of the Antifa bike lock bandit, the guy who cracked the guy over the skull and made him bleed. I'm sure if people were watching the videos, they probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, 4chan discovered that it was actually this professor guy, Eric Clanton, and he's a teacher at the San Francisco University. And yeah, this guy dressed up as an Antifa member alongside his students, probably, and went to assault people. Like, these are the people that are working in your institutions of education. Like, it's pretty interesting to me that uh, they allow hardcore, like, communist, essentially, because this is what this guy is. Like, if you look into him, this is what he believes. He's a professed communist. So if you're allowing these people who are just as bad as Nazis to teach, like, what the fuck? Like, what really are you up to? Right? Like, how can you allow, like, an ideology that is responsible for just as much murder to be taught, and for those people to, like, have positions of power, but not allow, like, Nazis to do it, which are just as bad? Whereas communists are arguably worse. They have a higher death toll, but both ideologies are bad. So, it's just baffling to me how they're like, oh, well, communism is okay, though, if done right. But it's like, when has it ever been done right? Will it ever be done right? Can it be possibly done right? I don't think humans are capable of, you know, having socialism exist. That's anti-human. We're more capitalistic in nature. That's more, you know, towards what we're just naturally, you know, inclined to do. But going back to this Antifa thing, like, it just amazes me how, like, 4chan is capable of doing all this stuff. Like, why do we need police? We should just use 4chan to find people. Like, if somebody goes missing, just get 4chan on it. If they can find Shia LaBeouf in the middle of nowhere, it seems like they can do anything recently. So I think we should be giving them a little more credit. Like, I don't even use 4chan, but, like, props to you guys. But it's I'm curious if this can get enough coverage to make it to the mainstream media, or if they're just gonna kind of, like, fluff it off to the side and talk about, like, random nonsense for another news cycle, which will probably happen because this. But although the alternative media is getting more power and is getting more say, so when they're covering people like Alex Jones and you see them, like, constantly, like, uh, making fun of him and, like, putting him in a spotlight, that pretty much just means they're scared of him. Like, I don't even watch Alex Jones, but uh, this this is pretty much they're showing their cards by their blatant attack on him and on other people like Paul Joseph Watson, and how they're starting to cover people more like Sargon of Akkad and starting to write about them more in the news. It's because they know they have an impact. So, keep pushing this story if it's indeed true, and get this guy fired. Like, and this should open up a door to, like, hey, like, are more people like this teaching? And then this should become a discussion. But we'll see if it gets any traction. I don't think it will, considering, like, the certain climate we're in at the moment, and considering the mainstream media sorry, still has a lot of control on the narrative and what a lot of people watch. So, it's an uphill battle, but it's not impossible. So hopefully you guys just like my content, subscribe, and have a great day. See ya.